Welcome to the overview for the Sea2sky 17K Run Challenge. This is a general overview. Full details can be found in the race manual. First up, we have the schedule, so please check the website and also the race manual for any updates. Please note the briefing times, registration times, arrival times, and obviously your start times. When you pick up your race number at registration, you'll have a number, as you can see here, that will be worn on your front during the run. You'll also receive a number that can be stuck onto the red bag you'll receive, which you can put any gear in at the beginning of the race and then collect at the bag collection area post-race. As well as the numbers, you'll have a timing chip. This is to be worn around your left ankle throughout the race. Some key information to make sure you have a successful day. Firstly, parking is on the roadside in Sumner. Please stay off the bike course, so anywhere other than the bike course, refer to the maps on the website. You will receive a run bag at registration. This is for your post-race gear, which you can put anything in before you start and you can collect it afterwards. The start park is around 2.1 kilometres away from the clock tower. You need to make your own way there. When you're up on the summit road, keep to the left to avoid the cyclists. You'll have some toilets at the start line. You cannot wear any music devices during the run, and prize giving will be at approximately 11:30. If you're still running, we will carry on with the prize giving and cheer you across the finish line. It's important to note that your race start is at a different location to where you'll finish. You will be starting at Sumner Vale Reserve, so if you drive towards the back of Sumner, by Van Ash College, you turn right into Sumner Vale Drive, drive to the end of that street or get dropped off there, and that is where your run will start in Sumner Vale Park. It'll be a simple setup. There'll be some toilets there, there'll be a Triathlon Club tent where you can drop off your gear and have any last minute questions, and then you'll be starting on the start line as you can see in this map. To the race itself, you'll start in Sumner Vale Park. We will group you in approximately groups of 10, lining up on the start line and starting in waves. We do this to try to spread things out on the track. Your time will not actually start until you're about 100 metres into the run, so the person you finish near to may or may not have exactly the same time as you when it comes to the results, but we do it to spread everybody out. You're going to run up the Captain Thomas track, which is largely a single trail track, mostly good footing. There's a few rocks you've got to clamber over. When you get to the top of the climb, you'll come to this point here that will be marshalled as per these cones. Then you're on the road for the next section. You'll run down to the Evans Pass intersection. At this point there is a dead spot going across the intersection, so we have a timing mat that you'll run over. Your time will essentially stop and then it will restart when you get to the other side. So if you have to wait here to let traffic through or cyclists through, anything like that, that will be deducted from your overall finish time. So just follow the instructions of the marshal. You may have to give way as you come into this intersection. The next section of the run is simply following the summit road all the way out to Godley Head, keeping to the left at all times so the cyclist can pass on the right. You can choose to run on the grass or on the edge of the road, staying inside the cones. As you approach the end of the summit road, where the triathletes and duathletes will be transitioning, you'll see this blue line here. You'll be turning to the left to go around the outside of the transition area before you carry on with the rest of the run, joining the triathletes and duathletes all the way through to the finish. You'll run straight towards the gun emplacements. At the gun emplacements, you'll be making a left-hand turn onto the Godley Head track, which takes you all the way to Taylor's Mistake. Just before you arrive into Taylor's Mistake, you'll make a right-hand turn down some rocky steps, which takes you onto the beach. You'll then run along the beach, turning left just after the surf club, and past the surf club, and then make a right-hand turn onto a little residential access road. When you reach the end of that road, you'll be onto the Taylor's Mistake track, which will bring you over the hill. As you go over the climb, you'll encounter some steep steps and some pretty steep pitches up and down all over the place, which is all good fun. You follow the track all the way to Nicholson Park. Before entering Nicholson Park, you'll be required to cross the road, where you'll find some marshals that will help you across. You zigzag your way through Nicholson Park and down to Whitewash Road Head. You don't go down the zigzag we did in the early years. At the end of the track, end of Whitewash Head, you'll reach Hebridean Ave. You'll run along Hebridean Ave. You've got to cross over another intersection at the lifeboat ramp, then you'll be running towards the promenade. When you reach the steps where the swim exit was, you will turn right and run down those steps along the beach. Then you'll make a left-hand turn up a ramp, another left-hand turn onto the esplanade, and then you'll run down to the finish line. And events do not happen without sponsors, so please thank the sponsors. If you're considering making any purchases in the areas that they operate, please give them a look up. But anything, social media contact, anything like that, recommendations would be fantastic to ensure the events like this will carry on. This video is really just an overview of the course. Please read the course manual for further details. When you're out there, remember to smile. We're all supposed to be having a good time, and say thanks to marshals because they're investing their time to make sure you can race. Have a fantastic event.